What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your man's Mr. Dominic Cruz. And we're coming at you with another video. Yes, another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one. For 2019.
Another one. Alright, today we're going to be talking about 3 things a man wants. Now, here's the thing. I've been, I do a lot of personal development. I read a lot of books, or if I say, I listen to a lot of books, okay? And, you know, I want to work on myself. I want to be, because every day I wake up, I'm fucking platinum. I'm not gold, I'm platinum, all right? And, or if you want to put it, diamond, because that's how I value my life. I am up there. I don't see myself over here. If you don't feel that way, you gotta get up there, okay? And that's just, and it all starts here, okay? But we're gonna talk about 3 things a man wants. All right, ladies.
What are they?
Ladies, if you're watching this, this is definitely for you. And always remember this. Now, and you know, we can relay this information, but it's all about if you apply it and if you use it in your relationship. And some guys actually don't know this either.
They don't know they want it.
They don't know. So here's the thing, right? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, subscribe to our channel, and of course, you know, we offer coaching. Go in the description box and book a coaching session with us. But here's the thing, 3 things a man wants. Number 1, loyalty. Yes, loyalty is a big one. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It is you know, I look at the world as if, you know, we're surrounded as by a bunch of gazelles, zebras, and you know, there's like the lions in the way as well. There's lions as well. I consider myself as a lion because I'm a fucking man. So, but here's the thing, loyalty is one of the biggest things. And if someone so much can give up on you, why the fuck do you want them back, right? Because if they're not loyal to you, if they have the audacity to walk away from you, if they spend so much time with you, it's a disrespect to you, it's a disrespect to your brand, it'll mentally mess you up, and you just start looking at it. Now, some of you guys want that person back. I'm not gonna knock you, but they better see eye to eye with you, and they better have loyalty. I mean, tell them, Ruby, because...
Yeah, well, I want to make a sub point on that. If someone has been disloyal to a different person, not you, in the past, that's also a pretty negative indicator.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people aren't going to change unless something really dramatic happens in their life.
You know,
to be honest, that's what I think.
Here's my thing, right? There's some
you can always use. Sorry,
go ahead.
I got passionate about it.
Go ahead. You're rubbing off of me, so.
You can always, you know, like do something the right way, right? Because I think in terms of loyalty, there's always a right way it could have been done if loyalty is the thing you're talking about.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, you could feel differently, that's fine, but you could have done it the right way, but you chose not to.
That's true.
Or that person chose not to.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, for some reason, I mean, let's just put it this way, right? Let's say you got let's just say you're still hung up on the past with your ex. You're hoping one day she comes back. She left you for another man. That's a disloyal person, right? That's a disloyal woman, right? And ladies, if you're watching this video, I want you to imagine that a man, a man, right? You know, so I'm going to describe this for the fellas, but I want you to imagine it in your perspective. Okay, so she comes back in your life after 2 years, not even 2 years. Let's just say after 4 years, right? And next thing you know, you feel like, oh my gosh, she's back. I don't know what to do. I feel so ecstatic. Oh my God, I've been waiting for this moment. And then you find out she's actually still with someone.
Ooh.
And here's the thing. How you do one thing is how you do everything.
Yep.
So here's the thing. If she's with someone and she's still talking to you,
what makes you think she's not going to be talking to someone else if she's with you?
Bingo. You know what I'm saying? It's just like there's some.
I was hurting on that one. I was like, ooh, we got to tell him.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. It sucks to tell it like it is, but I'm going to tell you the truth because I'm not afraid to speak the truth. And if you don't like the truth, you can go somewhere else with that
Because
shit.
in 2019, it's gonna hurt so good.
It's gonna hurt so good that you're gonna be like, I gotta book a session with Dom and Ruby right now. So loyalty is big.
What?
And here's the thing. It's not only loyalty is not only big in relationships, but in all relationships. You know, loyalty between we're in this business together. So, you know, I expect her to be loyal to me, and she expects me to be loyal to her. You know, I'm not going to, and you know, I expect 100%, and she expects 100% of me, because I'm not going to back down. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop putting out for you guys and helping you get to the next level in your life. So, loyalty is one.
What else we got?
Number 2, support. Ooh, support. You know.
So what kind of support? Like, okay, last time you put me on the spot.
All right.
So what specific things do you feel like you want in terms of support as a man?
As a man, the support means,
or even as yourself.
Yeah, no, for me, it's like emotional support, right? That's one. There's also the support
What do you mean by that?
Huh?
What do you mean by that?
What I mean is, like, okay, there's some times where a man can have his downtime. We're not, you know, just because we're men and we're alpha and shit like that. Here's the thing: we also have our down moments too, because we feel like there's some things that we don't know. We don't know what we don't know.
Yep.
So there's that time where we can feel that we need that emotional support. We need that someone that we can talk to about. We need, and here's the thing, it's not only with this emotional support, but it's support in general. Are you a team player? You know, are you going to be on the same page as me? Are you going to support me in what I do? You know, I remember in a relationship that I used to be in, I said, I want to be a millionaire. She asked me, why do you want to be a millionaire? I was like, oh my God. You know, it's, oh my God. But that's the thing. If you don't have that support, if that person doesn't support your dreams, if you say...
Oh, like they see your dream.
Yeah, if they don't see your dream. Like, you can test it too. I want this in my life in the future. And he says, why do you want that? Or they question it, where they don't approve.
I'm ready.
And hold on. Okay. Where they don't approve, then you have to start figuring out, you got to ask yourself, should I stay in this or not? In most cases, you're going to stay in it because you're so caught up. And I'm going to tell you why you're caught up on number 3.
Wait.
I know. Okay.
I was like, we're not ready to move on. So I just want to say what you really made me think of right now with the support piece is someone will never understand your actions if they don't see your vision.
You know what?
They're never really going to understand your actions unless they see your vision.
And sometimes they actually won't see your vision. And when they don't see your vision at all, and you're wasting all this time, what the hell are you doing? Time is so precious. It has to be, you have to put time. Everything that we do is a purpose. You know, as men, time is our purpose. That is the number one commodity as a man. As the number one commodity.
Anybody.
You know, exactly. You know, but I'm just, you know, it has to be met with purpose. But if you're gonna waste it, then by all means, go ahead, do what you got to do. But don't say I didn't tell you. So, but great points. And you know what? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for real, because I feel like we're just dropping some gold nuggets. But you know what, Ruby? We're gonna get to number 3. Here's number 3. You know, the words of Steve Harvey, the cookie.
I brought it for you.
And you know what? The cookie. If you don't know what the cookie is,
it's a euphemism.
It is sex. That is one big thing a man wants. If he's not gonna get it from his, here you go. I'm not gonna eat it right now.
I ate a cookie already.
You ate a cookie? You can put it down over there. I'm not gonna eat it right now.
But it's 3 things a man wants.
I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna eat it right now. I'm not gonna eat it until like tomorrow. Alright? I'm done eating. Fasting, 24 hours. The cookie, sex, right? Yeah, for real.
I'll tell you.
Sex. If you're in a relationship and your woman's not gonna put out, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna break it down to you, Ruby. If you're not putting out for your man and he wants it, and cause that's the thing a man wants, then he's gonna find someone else. And that is fact, because I've seen it, and it's not because of what I've seen in my childhood, but it's scientifically true.
Okay.
2, hold on.
We're about to get fiery.
Two, you know, it's a necessity because it's what keeps us recharged and it keeps us like going. So okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I do think men like that. I think women like that too.
Oh yeah, it depends how freaky she
But
is too.
to be honest, I think there's a point too, as a woman, when, like, that's true. But if you are really the girl, he should put a ring on it. That's what I think.
Yeah, I don't know if you're Ruby's man, but that's what she's telling you to do, bro. That's what I'm trying to say right now. I mean, that's that.
I really think after a certain point, like, hey, if you're gonna be providing loyalty and support, and I don't know, the cookie too,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
We live in 2019, right?
You know, we're human, you know.
But I think if you're providing these, especially all three of these things, that's exactly what a man wants. And if he doesn't recognize that you're a gem, then that's your bad. You need a standard.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. This is probably why, you know,
Truth.
cheating happens. And you know what? It's. You gotta look at it like you can't blame him. You gotta blame you too.
It's a two-way street.
It's a two-way street. You gotta take 110% responsibility of the actions that you take. So if you're doing something wrong, then you know you can't blame that person for doing what he just did. Because at the end of the day, you gotta look at your actions as well.
Yeah.
You may not agree with what I'm saying, but I guarantee you, it's true. You can ask any man. Any man will tell you exactly what I'm telling you guys right now.
Or if you think all three of these things is gonna get what you want, but you are cool with cruising or whatever, and you don't have an expectation on if you want stuff to happen and when you want stuff to happen, then that's technically your bad. Because you
Sure.
should have had a conversation about it.
And let me say this too for the fellas that are actually in a relationship, right? You know, we talked about if someone doesn't support your vision, right? But if that's not there,
This is the order of importance.
this
by
is
the
the order of
way.
importance. But here's the thing: if that's not there, but she's doing this, but this isn't here, why are you still with her?
You're not being.
You're not being true
No.
to yourself. You're not being
Yeah.
respectful to yourself. And here's the thing: that's a lot of reasons why.
I like that
There's a
point.
lot of reasons why that's why most men stay in relationships. I'm
They
not
stay
gonna-
for number three. but
They stay
they're
for number
missing,
three,
like,
but there's like
1 and 2.
but there's so many
That makes
options
sense.
out there. But here's the thing, you know, here's like. I'm not gonna say that all men, just some men, most men actually. I'm gonna say most men. The only reason why I say most men is because they don't know themselves. They don't value themselves. They're not aligned. They don't know who the hell they really are. They stay here. They stay with the person because this. And I'm like, bro, you can go down the street and talk to someone and just say what's up, you know, and just build up a rapport. I got it's like no issues at all because sex is sex, and you know what? You got needs, and she probably has needs too.
Yeah,
So
she probably does.
So I gotta keep it real with you guys. So and I gotta keep it real with you.
But to be honest too, she probably has needs too. But let's say she giving you the cookie. Don't get me wrong, she can give the cookie wherever she wants.
That's true too. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So here's the thing. That's pretty much the video. 3 things a man wants: loyalty, support, cookie, aka sex. So if you guys find this information valuable, drop a like, drop a comment, drop a share, and of course it is your man's Mr. Dominic Cruz.
And I'm Ruby.
And you know what? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and go into the description box and get a coaching session with me and Ruby so we can get you to the next level. Because right now, you ain't good right now. And that's why you're watching this video. So, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.